Hi everyone, it's Candy, aka Candy is Sweet Enough, and I just finished my 11th class in the Bariatric Options program at Kaiser. So, one more and then I graduate. Next week is graduation, we're all excited. A bunch of us have planned on dressing up, maybe going out afterwards or something. So we're excited. So, it was a pretty good class, and I'll get to that, but I wanted to talk real quickly Monica's journey. Monica keeps talking about how she's having problems with calcium, and I told her that about the Reviva calcium, and I wanted to show you the bottle just so you would know what to look for. This is the Reviva calcium. It's very thick. Very thick. I think it was Julie who said it reminds her of yogurt, and she actually just eats it. When she eats it, she just eats it with a spoon. Just pours in her little thing and then just kind of eats it a little bit at a time. It's a smooth blueberry. It tastes like blueberry yogurt, and it's not too bad. I know that you're having the issues with the calcium chews and with other calcium, so maybe this is a better way for you to go. 1 to 2 tablespoons is, well, 1 tablespoon is 500. So they also have a liquid multivitamin. But I'm turning it the wrong way. I hate doing this. You're doing it backwards. It's horrible. Okay, Tropical Burst. This one's very liquidy. It's pretty tart and stuff like that, but it's not too bad. So I got those for after my surgery. I would open it up and show you, but I'm waiting until after surgery. So they used to sell at Costco. I don't know that they sell the calcium at Costco anymore, but I think they sell it at Sam's Club or something. I don't know. I don't shop at Sam's Club, but I think you could get it there. So anyways, I hope that helps. Class tonight. Well, actually, first of all, it was very funny because each week they talk about how our class is so quiet, and we are. We if we ask questions, very calm, very few questions, and our class normally gets out early because we're just quiet. But not tonight. They were telling everybody that everything that they had to do to be prepared before surgery, and that they needed to go to a post-op blah blah blah. I hate it when my brain turns off. Support group. And it started a huge fight about where you're supposed to go for your support group, because Kaiser has them, but they won't allow patients to go there. And then everybody's going, why would you do that? If you're going to force us to go to one, you should have one for us to go to. Blah, 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 blah. And oh my gosh, it was nasty. I've never seen our class that way. I was like, wow. So we had about a half an hour of fighting. So that took away half an hour of our class time, and kind of sucked, but oh well. But I don't think that the class actually was anything that it was supposed to be, but it was still kind of informative and kind of cool. She was explaining about this thing that she always goes over with any patient that she has: A plus B equals C. A being an event, and an event could be anything. It could be finding out you're diabetic, it could be a birth or a death or a birthday or whatever. An event plus your beliefs about that event, or your life lessons of that event equals the consequences, or the way that you act, or the way that you say, or whatever. So the way that she was explaining it is that she was called because this one patient had found out they were diabetic, and they were very angry. So she went and she looked at the chart, and this person had been slowly inching towards diabetes, and so they she had a long family history of diabetes and everything, but definitely all the indicators were there that she was going to become diabetic. And all of the doctors had said they talked to her about lifestyle changes and stuff, but obviously she never followed through with any of that. So when she went, she said, yeah, the lady was very angry. She said, well, what's going on? And she says, I can't be diabetic. My mother and father were both diabetic. My dad died from diabetes. I can't be diabetic. I have grandchildren. I have a life to live. I can't go through this. I cannot be diabetic. So she was saying, basically it was fear that was, she was angry, yes, but it was mostly fueled by fear. And she said, so there's somebody like that who's fearful because her life lessons have taught her that diabetes is very dangerous and that, it's something to be scared of. And while other people, may have the thing of, oh, okay, well, I'm diabetic, well, teach me what I need to do because I have to get on with my life, hurry up, I got things to do. So she said, your beliefs on what, the event, why do I keep saying your beliefs about the event equals how you react to that. And so, with bariatric surgery, if you believe that, well, I'm just going to have this surgery and that's going to be it, and you're not using it as a tool, you're just using it to hurry up and lose some weight, then you're going to have very, very different consequences than a person that says, okay, I'm changing my style of eating, I'm changing how much exercise I do and all that. And so you could change, your event may always be the same, but by changing your belief, you can't change a life event. A life event is just that. It's never going to change. So you may know people who have had bad surgeries or something like that, and you're scared to death of the surgery or whatever. But by doing research, by educating yourself and getting knowledge, you could change your beliefs. And so that can equal a greater outcome from you in the future. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. And she talked about a lot of other stuff. What I find interesting, I've actually been talking a lot with my husband about going back to school after I have my surgery, and I think I want to become a registered dietitian. The reason that I do is I notice people in class, when somebody comes in and tells you they're skinny, they've always eaten like a vegetarian or something, and they've never had any issues in their life, and they come and explain to you that you should be eating blah 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 blah, it goes in one ear and out the other. People don't listen to it. Now, if they come and talk to me and I tell them the same thing, they listen because I'm fat. So I think that if I was able to go through school, become a registered dietitian, and then be able to go work with bariatric patients and be able to tell them, listen, I was 260 pounds. I understand. I think that I would be a huge benefit. I think it would be incredible. I really, really want to work with bariatric patients because I know from just me too, you don't want to hear what other people have to say. You don't want to hear what skinny people have to say. But if you notice that somebody's been down that road with you, you listen, you understand. And it's easier for me to say, listen, I know, but, you may not like eating this. Okay, well, yeah, people tell you eat broccoli, eat this, and then blah, 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 blah. But to have somebody say, well, no, okay, if you don't like that, that's fine. What about trying it like this? Or what about making it a different way? Or what about using this or that or the other thing? People just need somebody to take a little bit of time with them, and I would like to be able to offer that. So I really think, and I was thinking, well, there's a lot of different things that I just want to work with bariatric patients, period. I was thinking about going to nursing or something like that, but I think that registered dietitian, I think it's much more important to have, it would be much more beneficial to have somebody who already went through the surgery and who was, an overweight patient themselves to be able to tell you about. I think that I would be helping people. So I think that that's what I want to do. I'm not 100%, but I think I would have something to offer. So, yeah, I totally lost what I was saying. That meant a lot for a whole 2 seconds, didn't it? I want to become a dietitian. Okay. Oh yeah. Amal PCH. I don't know how you say your name. By the way, each week when I see your videos, I'm amazed at the fact that that can roll off your tongue so quickly. You know who you are. Anyways, she was talking about people having different perspective of themselves, and that, you know, she's lost quite a bit of weight, and she's right now at 260, and she's comfortable, and she's you know, seeing herself as being beautiful for the first time, and, you know, she's talking about her perspective of herself, and yet other people start at 260 like me, and she's just trying to figure out, okay, why is it that I lost all this weight and I feel fine at 260, and yet people at 260, that may be a breaking point for them. And I kind of said it on there, but I think it's, you know, a lot of people look at me and they will go, why are you having gastric bypass? You're not that big. And every single time I go, because I'm diabetic. And I'll go, because I'm insulin diabetic. And they go, oh, okay. So everybody will kind of look at me like, whatever, why are you doing this? But then all of a sudden, because I have an illness, I'm good. I'm okay with the fat people because I have an illness, which doesn't make much sense. But everybody has very different perspectives on their weight. I honestly don't see any difference between me and 300 and 400 pound people. My weight really doesn't mean anything. I just know that I'm overweight, and then I'm unhealthy and unhappy. What I can do at 260 is not, well, I'm less than that now, but when I started my journey, it being 260, I didn't feel good. I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything. So that was my breaking point, because I can no longer enjoy my life. Where a person that may be 400 pounds is just finding their breaking point of not being able to enjoy their life. And they might have been completely healthy and active and everything up to that point. It doesn't matter. Everybody's bodies are, you know, it's an individual thing of what your breaking point is and what your body can stand. And no matter what, I mean, even losing the 20 pounds that I have, I'm down to 240 today. I lost 2 more pounds. Yay. Okay. Even losing the 20 pounds, I notice a difference in my life. I'm able to be way more active. I'm enjoying some things more, enjoying this other things less. But I think that all in all, I think we're all alike, because we all notice a difference in ourselves when we lose weight. And it doesn't matter how much weight we've lost. Everybody can see a difference. And so the perspective thing is just in your own mind. It's you know, it's how you feel. And actually, how you feel exudes in your personality and your smile, in the way that you look and the way you dress. So somebody that lost 250 pounds, and they may be 250 now, but they carry themselves in a happy manner and everything like that, and they're able, you can look at them and you don't see any weight, because all you see is them being happy. And so you look at that person and go, wow, that's a really healthy, happy person. And yet you could look at another person who's 250 pounds and who's miserable, and you go, oh my God, that person's fat, because we're sluggish, we don't feel good, and it shows in the way that we dress, and the way we take care of ourselves, and the way we smile, in the way that we live our lives. So I find it all very strange on our own perspective and stuff like that, and I don't know if that made any sense or anything like that, blah, but I'm trying to be all philosophical tonight, and I don't know that I'm coming off very well. I hope that somebody understands what I'm saying. I think that we're all on the same road, no matter what our weight is. I think that no matter what, everybody's searching to be healthy. And as long as you're feeling healthy, then you've gotten there. You know what? If you want to, if you get to 200 pounds and you are happy and healthy and you're ready to live your life like that, by all means, go for it. As long as you feel good, as long as you're healthy. For me, being 260 pounds and insulin diabetic, you know, until I say I'm diabetic, people will look at me and go, what? But then as soon as I say I'm diabetic, all of a sudden they look at me and I've gained like a ton of weight or something in their eyes. All of a sudden I'm just not a full person. So, kind of interesting to think about. But I'm hoping, I worry a little bit about, you know, talking about wanting to become a dietitian. I worry that people will go, well, you're 260, you don't know what I've been through. And the thing is, yeah, I do know what you've been through. I know, you know, cravings. I understand not wanting to eat this or wanting to eat that. I can understand all the same things. And I also understand having diabetes and high cholesterol and everything else. So I don't think that we should judge each other by the size. I think we're all on the same page. And I hope that most people realize that. So, and if that went on some weird tangent that hurt somebody's feelings, I hope not. I didn't mean it that way, but I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna go get ready for my kiddos to come home. My husband went to go pick them up. So, good night, YouTube, and I will see you later. Bye.